Greetings, this is Melanie McElmont, and this is this week's frame from insight-frames.com. I had a question from Kayla, who emailed in, and she said the situation with a new love interest, she thought it was crazy, it wasn't wise, but it felt so good, and she really wanted to know what was in his mind. What was he leading her on? Was he, was he doubting things? Should she be doubting things? So I pulled some cards for her, and Kayla, this is your reading for your question. So basically, she wants to know what's in his mind. He's very hard to read, and she wanted to know a little bit about him. So we laid out the frames cards, and the frames deck has 52 cards, plus it has some guide cards that you can use that come with the deck. There's a book that goes with it to help you interpret. So I pulled some cards at random, thinking about Kayla and her question. And these are the cards that came up. The tester was in the person position. Variable was in the action position. The architect was in the unconscious position. And bug was in the conscious position. So usually when I'm doing an interpretation, I'll start with the person first. Now, she was thinking about this person, this new love interest that she had, and what he was like, what he was doing at that particular time. So for the tester, it's a spiritual force card. The tester is a challenger, someone who can see both sides, who's negotiating. And in the person position, the tester is someone who may challenge you in either fair or unfair ways, or is involved in a negotiation between two sides. So this particular card is interesting because, let me see if I can get it here. This card, the tester, has weather on it. It has lightning, it has clouds, it has a thunderstorm, and a little tiny bit of a rainbow at the bottom. So this was interesting because her person that she was thinking of has a lot to do with weather as a career. So this person is kind of seeing both sides. Some things are up, some things are down. And in the middle of the tester is the chakras lined up like this. So this person has it within them. They are being aligned. They are feeling that this is maybe something that they want, but they're of two sides. On the unconscious side is the architect. And in the book, the architect is someone who is putting their visions into reality. On the unconscious side, they may be feeling the influence of other past lives shaping the direction of what's going on. So this person that she's thinking of may be feeling the influence of these past lives, maybe trying to shape their unconscious thoughts, trying to figure out what they felt and what that was going to mean, but it all felt like it was meant to be, that it was influenced by some of their past lives. On the conscious side, we drew the bug card for her. Now, the bug is a very interesting card. Of course, all these cards have terminology from computers and technology and science. So the bug is a card of things that are symbolized as hidden. A bug lurks. It exists in a place with no clock. It waits to emerge. When the bug card appears, what this means is it exposes unexamined beliefs behind the question. So Kayla, you might ask yourself, what are the unexamined beliefs behind why you believe this is the right thing to do, or behind maybe why you're doubting what's going on? Um, the bug card works in a frame, and I'm reading from my book here. The bug card works in any frame position to draw attention to the underlying causes of the question. So, Kayla, you might think about why you're doubting things, or why you even wanted to ask the question in the first place about what's in his mind. Is it more important that you know what he's thinking, or is it more important that you know what you think? So in the action position, how the frame works is that you have a person that's involved with the question, their unconscious and conscious thoughts. So conscious things are things that are coming out, things that are being said or expressed or talked about or discussed. So these two people are talking about things that have lain dormant for a long time, like a bug, like a computer bug, and are just now emerging. Unconsciously, they're trying to put some shape to what they have. The action card is a variable. Now the variable card, and you can see all these cards larger on my website. The variable card is very interesting for an action. So an action is, after you ask the question, you really need to think about what you wanted to get out of the answer. What will you do with the thoughts and the emotions that this question is bringing about? What will you do with your own inner data? And the variable card in the action position indicates that you could change your actions, you could hold on or let go, and be truer to your own intellectual path. So, like the kite, this might be Kayla, who is, trying to hold on to something that is moving in the wind. There's airplane technology behind it, and there's also weather, the wind that blows through. So this is also significant to her because there's also weather having to do with the actions. But Kayla might be the one who is trying to maybe control things, but like a kite, you can only control it so much. You can't really control it all the way. You can just guide what's happening. But also in computer terminology, a variable is something that you define once and revisit many times for many different purposes. So this kind of goes with the bug card, that she and this person are unearthing things that have lain dormant for a while. It's something that was built once, and they want to use it again and again, maybe to build up, like the architect, their relationship. So Kayla, for your action, you could take that to mean a couple of different things based on how you're feeling. You can either let the wind, the forces that are unseen, kind of guide you and what you're doing, or you can try to control a little bit more what's going on and just let it happen and watch what's going on. Once you've defined some of these ones, your thoughts on what this is, you can keep revisiting that and let it grow. Keep it aloft and see where it goes. So Kayla, I hope you enjoyed your interpretation for this week. Thanks. Visit me online at insight-frames.com.